What's up, Earth signs? My name is Danny. Welcome to my channel. Right now I'm going to do a little weekly reading just to check on your vibes, check on your, what you're attracting. This is going to be a general read for all Earth signs. So that's Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising. This is going to be, like I said, general, so it can cover love, it can cover finances, family, personal, whatever. I'm just going to pull 6 cards, try to make this quick, and just kind of give you guys an idea of, what you're putting out there and what you're putting out there, how it comes back to you, okay? So, we all know in order to get the things that we want, we have to be vibrating on the same frequency as it. So this is just a way for us to kind of look at our lives, look at a little snap of it, and oh, if I want this, okay, well, I'm not vibrating in that kind of way, kind of thing. Okay, so this is going to be from March 18th to March 24th. So from today, if you're watching this Sunday, to Saturday. Okay. So I'm just gonna again pull 6 cards and make this quick and get into it. Earth signs, okay? Okay, first card. Let's see what it is that you guys are putting out there. What is your vibe? What are you emitting? The Devil card. Okay, so Devil card, if we're talking about people, characters, this is a Capricorn, which could be, again, some of you, this is an Earth reading. But really this is, the energy of it is one that can be a little bit confusing. It can be an energy of deceit, of lies, of bondage. See how they've got these 2 people bound together, not looking like they're doing it, willingly or happily. They're actually bound together. So I'm just getting the feeling that this week is kind of, seems like a rocky one starting out for you guys, of maybe feeling tied down to a certain person, feeling tied down to a certain job. There's something about a connection with something or someone that you guys are closely dealing with that is making you feel a little bit confused. And so it seems like that is the energy that you're kind of putting out there. So, really be sure to this week try not to fall into bad feelings, or try not to be gullible to any lies that you guys feel coming on from other people. It kind of seems like this week you're distrusting for whatever reasons. And again, this is a general read, so this can, take it how it resonates for you in your life. But this can be in terms of love. This can be in terms of business, where you feel like someone is kind of moving a little shady around you. But whatever it is, this is what you're putting out. You're putting out this devil energy. So, it's like law of attraction. What you put out there is what you receive. So it's almost like, I feel like a lot of you guys, this is not necessarily stemming from you. Like, this can be stemming from a situation, or again, this could be with a person, a Capricorn, but for whatever reason, it's got you guys, if you are a Capricorn, it's got you right where you're supposed to be. But for the most part, I feel like it's an energy that has you guys kind of out of sorts and confused and a little agitated. Okay. Let's see. What is it that Earth signs do want this week? What do Earth signs want? Okay, so it looks like a lot of you guys want a second chance. Now, it looks, okay, so Judgment always talks about rebirth of something, right? So some of you guys could be wanting a rebirth with a Capricorn, a second chance with this Capricorn person. But really, it just looks like what you guys are wanting is a new beginning. And it's funny that we got the rebirth, because this week, actually yesterday, we just had the new moon in Pisces, right? And that's all about new beginnings, all about starting over. And the Judgment card kind of grants you the gift of that. It's got the energy surrounding that. So it looks like you guys are wanting a fresh start from something that was, maybe really trying in the past. Again, this could be love relationship, or this could be a work opportunity. This could be something with your family. But the thing is, what you guys are putting out there is this devil energy. So this is not conducive to this, if you know what I mean. Like if this is what you're putting out, this is not really helping you to get um that fresh new start, or that beginning, or if it's an awareness, whatever, it's not helping that, right? Let's see what is you're focused on. So what you're focused on is the Page of Swords. So new communication, right? But it's okay. This is almost feeling, for the most part, like a love reading for a lot of you guys. It almost feels like there was a situation that you're trying to bring back that you're trying to bring back, right? Like you're trying to bring back this situation, by having communication with someone, but I feel like the communication is not strong. I feel like it's either not strong, immature, rocky, or just there's not like you're not working with all the facts, right? I feel like there was a conversation or something that was had, a message that was sent, even a gossip that was going on that has you in this way, right? Because your best hope is you're wanting a second chance with this. I really feel like this is a love situation. But for whatever reason, like there's some messiness that got in the way, right? These could be people, this could be again, new communication. Um, you could even be focused on your kids if you've got some air sign kids, right? Because pages are like young, youthful energy. But whatever it is, it feels like overall the energy is just there's been some immature communication. I feel like that has kind of hurt your feelings in the past. And again, this could be with career, this could be with projects, this could be with people. But it's got you in your head, and it's got you in your feelings, and it's got you not feeling your best when all you really want is this rebirth, right? You want the second chance. But I feel like you're still stuck on the past of this communication that you had with someone, these words that were exchanged, that maybe didn't make you feel so hot, and so now you can't get out of this devil energy when all you really want is just a second chance, right? Let's see where your focus is taking you. So you're focused on the Page of Swords, you're focused on this communication that you had, or you're focused on finding out information about something, right? Because pages are also explorers. Like they're very curious little guys who are trying to better understand the world through their element, right? So with you being focused on this, okay, get you Wheel of Fortune. Okay. So if you haven't had communication yet with this person, I feel like now is the time, right? Whenever we get the Wheel of Fortune, it's almost like saying this is the time. This is divine timing. The wheel has turned, it's time. But you can't necessarily speed this process up, right? Again, it's divine timing. So I almost feel like there's a bit of, you being impatient, you guys out there being impatient to have this new word, but it's almost like it's saying, okay, it will in divine timing. And it's coming up on the time, right? Soon. It's like a very soon thing. You got the Judgment and the Wheel of Fortune, right? 10 and 20, right? So that's, Wheel of Fortune, that's completion. That's completion of one cycle and the start of another. Judgment, that's 20, right? That's, almost like same thing double, right? It's like a completion, but you're trying to have that renewal, right? I feel like if this is again, if you've already had this communication with someone who's kind of got you in this way, I feel like it was because it was time, right? I feel like if you have not had communication with this situation or this person, this event, whatever this is, right? I feel like now is the time. Now is the time to start thinking about it, right? Page of Swords. Swords is all about the thoughts and the communication, but be very careful of don't hide how you feel, but be wise in what you're saying. Be very, methodical in that you are making sure you hit the points and not just, you know, it's like if you do anything with swords, you want to do it factual based, right? It's gotta make sense in order for you to win your argument. Not too much emotion. It's like you're getting to the meat of things, right? Okay. So the hanged man. This is something, this is your leap of faith. And I think what this is saying, because the hangman card, it can be a very stagnant energy. I mean, he's literally just kind of stuck in a tree. But really, when you're in the hangman energy, it's because universe is telling you that you need to surrender to something. So I feel like there's impatience going on. I feel like there's something you really, really want. I don't know what it is, because again, this is general. A lot of you, it feels like love, though. It's something you guys have been really, really waiting on impatiently. And maybe for words or thoughts have been swirling around, flying around that haven't exactly um, you know, benefited you in this matter, right? That's if you haven't already had these communications. If not, I feel like you're coming up on the time to have these words of exchange, right? But the thing is, you guys have been impatient about it. Like I can see it and feel it. Like I feel anxious right now giving this reading all of a sudden. And it's almost like whenever you get this, it's like you're supposed to surrender. This is God telling you, you know what, you need to chill. In divine timing, all this will come about. But right now, I have you on timeout because maybe you haven't gotten all the information that you need. Right? Remember how I said the Page of Swords, that's immature energy. So this could be young people, but also it could be like they kind of happen when you're on the cusp of a new something happening, right? This is when pages appear. Like it's about to be the start of something new. So I almost feel like, it's like saying like you guys right now, it's your time to sit back and collect, right? Because the sunshine is right behind you. And it is coming up on that time. Like it is time, but you're gonna have to be more patient than you guys are being. I feel like there's just a really anxious energy around you guys this week. And you know what? I wouldn't even be surprised. We did just have the new moon, right? Also, Mercury goes into retrograde on Friday. And Virgos, you guys might really be feeling like this anxious energy because, you are ruled by Mercury. But I really feel like there's like an anxiousness of some type of communication or some type of something because you guys want to start something. You want to, try it again at something. And, it's like universe is telling you, well, I have you stuck in this tree right now because I just want you to sit and think. This is your time to really see what you want, and gather all the information. Like literally sit there and gather all the receipts. That's what it wants you to do this week, right? Something we should consider. Queen of Cups. So something to consider, Queen of Cups. Whatever the situation is that you're anxious about, I get the feeling that it's something, if you really look inside yourself and really ask yourself the proper questions, it's like you already know the answers to, but you're just like, it's almost like you're anticipating. And the thing is, whenever we're feeling anxious, it's because we're too worried about something in the future that hasn't occurred, and we're too worried that it's going to go one way or another, right? But what is the point of being so anxious when the future hasn't happened yet, right? So you could be over there like killing yourself softly and slowly over something that may never come to pass. But the thing is, I feel like a lot of you already know what is happening. I feel like you guys know, and it's whether it's something that, you're in denial about, or whether it's something that you're lying to yourself about, it's got you in these feelings. You guys know. You guys know, right? And I feel like what it's saying is to attack it with queens, like the kings, have definitely a maturity about them, right? In the signs, right? Like the kings are the most mature sign, or the most mature characters in in the suits, right? But the queens have that gentle feminine persuasion about them, so it's like they can make things happen just as, just like the kings can, but it comes from a different place, right? It's like kind of that gentle, kind, loving nudge, right? And that feminine power. And whatever this is that's going on, I feel like you guys already know a lot of what you're seeking, if you're just being honest with yourself, right? Because the Queen of Cups, she's also very intuitive. She's very in touch with her soul, her inner being, and she's very creative. And it's like I feel like you guys are. I feel like you guys know, but you just want it to hurry up and come out. Whatever truth this is, whatever this is that you guys have been focused on to get to this moment of what you want, I feel like you guys already know, right? I feel like you guys already know that, you're going to have to kind of sit it out. I feel like it's surrender time. I feel like you already know that it'll happen in divine timing. I just feel like you guys are really anxious. And again, I do feel like a lot of this has to do with retrograde. This is total retrograde energy. Even though we are not technically in it till Friday, it's been shadowing, in its shadow phase since like the 7th or something. So it just feels like a very anxious week for you guys. But I will say is whatever it is that you're wanting, this new chance or a new hack at something, if you don't drop this devil energy, you're not going to have it, because that is not conducive to this, right? And you need to really focus on surrendering, right? If you want these truths, if you want, the wheel to start spinning and things to start happening for you. It's like I was watching Doctor Strange the other day, and he was getting really frustrated because he couldn't, open his portal to time travel or whatever. And the ancient one was telling him basically, like, in order for you to succeed, you have to surrender. And he's like, that doesn't make sense. You're basically telling me not to try in order to try, kind of thing. And she's like, yeah, that's exactly what it is. And I feel like that's what it is for you guys this week, too, Earth signs. It's very much about just surrendering to whatever is and relaxing. It's like you guys are so anxious about something that, you know, it's like you have an idea of how it's going to work out. I really do feel like a lot of you guys have a knowing, but you don't know exactly how it's going to work out, right? It's like you guys don't know exactly what way. And I feel like that's what's killing you guys, because you guys are very stable, grounded, like reliable creatures. You guys don't like to make moves or do things before you actually have a plan. Like you guys are like Mr. Spreadsheet, right? And so I feel like just kind of there's a nervous energy around not knowing all the details of something. But y'all need to chill. It's all good, okay? So I hope that helps, and you guys have a great week. I'll see you next week. Thanks, Earth signs.